Thank you for browsing page 121. Today we're going to take a look at Paved Roads for the 2D terrain pack. It's what it's called. I'll explain what's inside this circular case as I go into the video, but Paved Roads are something I've been looking for a long time for more of the modern games, Battletech, Champions, that kind of stuff, Gam World even. And I'm going to show how the Paved Roads set can interact with that. The scale's a little off, but I'm going to make it work. So that we're going to take a look at Paved Roads and why I like them today on page 121. Also, quick reminder, please, if you can like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you can help out the Patreon, that would be fantastic. That's the end of the commercial. Back to this Paved Roads 2D Terrain Pack today on page 121. All right, the Paved Roads 2D Terrain Pack. I was pretty excited. I found this guy at Adepticon. Actually, Pat, my son, and I went halvesies on this because he wanted it for some games he and his friends play. And I want it. We bought it at the Games Plus booth, oddly enough. This, the tag that's still on there is the back of the package. The tag that's still on there shows $56. We paid, I think, $40. And it's 28 millimeter scale with 16 pieces, and it's from 2018 by tybelly.com. Or, I'm sorry, Brybelly. BRYBELLY.com. I'm not going to put a link to that because the website is for a lot of different things, and you have to log in order to get pricing. I'm not a fan of websites that make me log in just to get something simple like pricing. That being said, I have found plenty of these on secondary markets like eBay, Amazon, and they run right around $40 thereabouts. So this is readily available. Oddly enough, I did not see this set on the website, so I don't even know if they still have it on the website. But I know it's available in secondary markets because I found plenty. So we're going to go ahead and unzip this nice little case. I do actually like this case. And we're going to pull the contents out. I recommend you store the case flat, which is what I do. I store it on my battle mats because these are made from the same material. This is a neoprene. Nice and flexible, but it lays out very nicely. I'm going to go ahead and put a few pieces out here, and we can see exactly what I'm talking about. And you've got some roads that are cracked, like this one, which I kind of like, and you've got others that are just regular. So there you go, and you put it together. You just lay them down like that next to each other. We have an intersection. We actually did 2 intersections. There you go. There's one intersection. I'll put a straightaway running off of that. And another. Now I'm working on a card table, which is small. We usually play on a 6 foot by 30 inch table, which would accommodate this very nicely. I could do a nice long layout with it. But you get the idea. So there we have our four-way intersection. We have our roads. I'll pull up a little bit. You can see the whole thing. And the scale on these is pretty good. They're a little bigger than I would have liked. If I could have found something a little smaller, I would have gone with that. But I've been looking for any kind of roads like this for the longest time. So now we go to our generic friends, the HeroClix. Here's how they scale with that. As you can see, the scaling is not bad. And now if we want to put a few fire effects around them for the combat that they've been in, we can do that as well. I love these fire effects. There you go. My son Patrick is an avid Godzilla collector. Consequently, we have several of these fire packs around the house. That's why I use them in games periodically, or in demos rather. And now I'm going to show with some of the buildings that I featured in my last video on terrain and show how they scale with those buildings. These buildings are from TT Combat. They're for the for our combat game, but they scale pretty nicely with this. So there you have it. There's a nice 4-way intersection showing the buildings. I'm going to move the fire effect out so you can see the heroes. They're the champions. I mean, the scale is not bad at all with the buildings and the streets together. And the Champions figures, not Champions, these are HeroClix. They're scaled at about 28 millimeter. It actually works pretty well. So I'm pretty pleased with this. I'm going to show it now with Champions. I'm sorry, not Champions, Battletech. Okay, I have 4 battle mechs squaring off at the intersection, ready to fight in this city. The scaling is a little rough for battle mechs. The battle mechs are a little small, but they were a little small for the buildings as well. So the idea that, I could still use these, no problem. In fact, I will be playing Battletech using these paved roads, using all the paved road rules from Battletech. I think they scale up very nicely. And just for grins, I'll put in some dramatic fire effects behind the battle mechs. Ooh, look at that. That mech's going to be building heat soon. And that one. So there you have it. You can do a nice dynamic little setup if you want. You can do a nice game. I like it. You get 20 pieces in the pack, I believe. I'll tell you right now. You get it's 28 millimeters, 16 pieces. And this pack was open at the display booth at Adepticon. So I was able to actually touchy-feely these. I recommend this set very nicely. You go 2, 4, 6, 8 curved pieces. 8 curved pieces like this. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straightaways and 2 intersections. So not bad. It's around, like I said, I've seen them in secondary markets before shipping for around $40 to $45 thereabouts. I paid $40 for this set, and I'm quite happy with it. And scaling with the buildings, which is exactly why I bought this set, I think it scales nicely with the buildings, and I'm looking forward to having some fun with this set. Get that flame out of there. That one falls over. There we go. That's better. So there you have it. So you can have Champions. You see the 28 millimeter is as big as a battle mech, so the scaling is a little different. But honestly, the scale on these is just fine for my taste. I'll have no problem playing Battletech on this. In fact, I'm hoping to do an actual play of Battletech sometime soon, if I can get a couple of guys together, and we'll probably do it on a set like this. But that's all I've got to say today on page 121. I do recommend these. I am not going to be putting a link to the website because, like I said, I'm not a fan of a website that makes you log in just to get pricing. But if you look for the paved road set from where is it? Let me get the box here. Paved Roads 2D Terrain Pack from Stratagem. I found it simply by typing that in, and I was able to find it in secondary markets, no problem. So there you go. For your gaming needs, this, as I said, this will work for Gamma World, Traveler, Battletech, Champions, Marvel Crisis Protocol, Star Frontiers, Twilight 2000, any kind of 28 millimeter game, it'll work just fine. Battletech, I know, is 6 millimeter. It'll still work fine for Battletech. So there you have it. I hope you liked it. If you do, go out and get yourself a pair. Treat yourself. You deserve it. And I don't work for the company, by the way. And that's it for today on page 121. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.